Here's my review of the season 1 finale of Gen V. Overall, I thought that this show was fantastic and probably my second favorite show of the year, next to The Last of Us. And I liked this episode, but I feel like not a lot happened in this episode, but also a lot. And what I mean by that is what basically happens is Sam and Sam and Kate, they basically break all of the soups out of the woods, like the holding facility, and then the rest of this episode, because this episode's very short, it's only like not even 40 minutes. It felt like it went by really fast. And then it's basically the soups kind of going crazy because, I mean, they kind of went insane being trapped in there. And then kind of going on like a slaughter spree. And maybe there was more. I don't know what it was. It just didn't really feel like it was lacking that emotional punch that this show has that makes it so good. But like I said, I thought that this show was very good. And I thought this episode was good. But I don't know what it is. It's something about this finale. Like I walked away when the show ended. I walked away happy. I liked it. But it just felt like this episode in particular didn't really have the emotional punch that a lot of the other episodes did. I mean, you still get the crazy amount of gore, like with Kate's arm exploding. Because, I mean, Kate is basically a full-on villain in this series. I mean, she's kind of going crazy. And it's also really cool to see Marie kind of unlock her true powers. Like, when there's so much of these soups escaping, like, killing all these people, like, there's obviously so much blood. And then she's able to kind of use it to, in a way, overpower Kate and overpower some of these crazy soups. And it was really cool because, like, throughout this, like, she kind of feels very timid and almost scared of her powers. So it's kind of like a more of an unlocking of her powers of what she can really do. And it just kind of makes you feel like I feel like there was an arc going on in overall this series. And like I said, you get to see her unlock her true power of, like, controlling so much blood and kind of, like, overpowering these crazy soups. Until the big reveal, which, I mean, I kind of already knew about. We get to see Homelander come in at the end. Anthony Starr, he's menacing as always. And he's great in this episode as well. And then he kind of knocks him out. And then at the end, they kind of all wake up in this hospital, kind of like not really knowing what's going on. Because they were probably presumably knocked out by Homelander. And that's where the series ends. And we also get a post-credit scene, seeing Billy Butcher again, which is really cool to see. And yeah, I thought this was a very solid ending. And overall, I think that the show was fantastic. I genuinely think it's probably the best show of the year next to The Last of Us. It just felt like this episode just felt a little bit rushed. Like, not everything kind of like felt like it came together perfectly. But overall, I mean, I'd say that this show was like a 9 out of 10 show. Like, I think it's fantastic overall. And I don't really have any major complaints. I just think that this episode was just a little bit rushed. But overall, like, this episode and this show, I mean, you get the great characters. You get the awesome violence. And you get just, like, the shockingly raunchy moments that are just, like, laugh out loud funny and just wow. And overall, I thought this show was fantastic.